Hi everyone, welcome to Paula's Garden. So first step now is defrosting grapes for grape jelly. They're defrosted and they are now on the stove. All I'm going to do is bring them up to a boil, let those skins and the grape juice all come out of the grapes, and then we're going to mill them. Okay, as it comes up to a boil, smash your grapes, give it a good stir throughout, by the way. You don't want any of those skins to settle to the bottom and then burn. It'll make your grape jelly taste terrible. So just keep it moving around. And now I'm going to shut it off. We're going to let this cool for about 10 or 15 minutes, and then we're going to run it through the mill. It's going to get rid of all those skins, all those seeds, all that pulp, and you're going to end up with a beautiful juice for your homemade jelly. I had like 8, almost 9 cups of juice. Used my fancy dancy little strainer that my man bought me, and I ended up now with 6 cups of juice, which is what we need exactly to make this batch of jelly. Now let's keep in mind, jelly means you're using juice of the fruit. Jam means you're actually going to have those clumps of fruit. This is just jelly, so there's no clumps. So we're just going to go ahead and pour this right into our saucepan. Look at that color. Homegrown grapes. And now we're going to be making some beautiful jelly. Now remember, the stuff stains, so paper towels should be used versus your nice kitchen towels on this day. We're going to go ahead and, whoops, wrong one. We're going to bring it up to like a medium high, and we're going to immediately go ahead and add our pectin. 1 package of pectin to 6 cups of juice, and have 3 cups of sugar ready. Just stir this in real good. I have my 3 cups of sugar ready and a pad of butter. I like to add a little pad of butter so it stops the foaming process, and you will see what foam looks like. It's nothing to worry about either. It just makes your grape jelly not as pretty, so we will skim it off. So you will also want to have a spoon and a bowl ready for the foam. See you back in a few minutes. Okay, so now we are up to a boil. We're going to add that pat of butter. Just mix it around. And now we're going to go ahead and add 3 cups of sugar. Mix it well. After this is all dissolved, you only have a few minutes before this is going to come up to a boil. And when this comes up to a boil, you do have to stir for 1 minute. And then take it off the heat, and then it's going to start going into your nice warm jars. So now that this is getting dissolved, looking very good, I don't have to worry about any of that sugar settling to the bottom and burning. Don't want to burn your jelly at this process. Okay, the jelly's coming up to a boil. It won't boil away when I'm stirring it. See how it's still got bubbles? We're going to time it for 1 minute and take it off the heat. And we're going to put it into those hot jars. Don't stop stirring. 1 minute. Okay, we're back. Didn't even get any foam on the top, but that dab of butter, definitely the way to go. So now we're going to fill our jars, and you only have to leave a 1/4 head space. So what that means is right down here, some things you need 1 inch, 1/4 inch. We're going to go right up to the second rim right here. So we have a 1/4 inch of head space. If you do not have a handy dandy funnel, I will say to you, please go out and get yourself a handy dandy funnel. This funnel was going to save you time on cleaning the lid of your jar and just again having that nice clean process. You don't want any, there we go, you don't want anything on that lid. If you need to add a little bit more, this would be the time to do it. Here we go. And then you move on to the next one. Okay, so we don't have enough to do another pint, so I'm just going to go ahead and put this right aside for us, and we'll put this in the refrigerator and make a peanut butter and jelly. We won't can that. Okay, grab yourself a cloth or a pot holder as long as it's clean, so you can hold onto that jar because it's hot. And you're just going to take that vinegar and your paper towel and clean the top of your jar. When you go to put your lid on, you want a good connection between that jar and that lid. So you have a very good seal, and this will last years in your cupboard. If it lasts that long, because clearly, how long does jelly last? Well, I don't know about you, but we eat a lot of jelly in this house. Okay, nice and clean. Now we're going to put on our lids. These have been soaking in boiling hot water to kind of soften up that rubber a little bit. Just going to place it right on top. Perfect. And we're going to grab a lid, or a ring, excuse me. You just want to go finger tight. There it is, stop. Same thing with this. You just want to go finger tight. Finger tight. Finger tight. And now we're going to put them back into the warm water. Okay, let's put these back into the water. You need at least 1 inch headspace. That means the water level should go at least 1 inch above the top of your jar. I'm well over that, so we're good. We're going to bring this water right back up to a boil. As soon as it starts to boil, you're going to hit the timer. For my area is 15 minutes. Check your area on how long you should water bath jam. While this is getting ready to come up to a boil, I'm going to go ahead and clean up my mess in the kitchen. Use some of this vinegar and water and clean this up, and you won't have a sticky counter. Water has come back up to a boil. Set the timer for 15 minutes. Okay, timer went off, 15 minutes. Shut it off. Take off the lid. And just let them sit there for about 5 minutes, and then we'll take them out of the water. They've been sitting for 5 minutes. You want to grab yourself a cloth. You want to move them slowly, and you're going to let them sit and cool for 24 hours. You're not going to want to move them at all. Get them all out here. I'll see you back in a minute. And there you go. Did you hear the pop? 24 hours has gone by, and I went ahead and I labeled the top of that. You can also use stickers. You could do, you can have fun with that. That's all up to you. But one thing I'm going to let you know here, definitely take off your ring. Rings are not meant for storing. If you're going to give them away for gifts, do you want them to look pretty? Yes, obviously. But for actual storing in your cupboard, take the ring off. If this lid fails, it is going to pop up. You're going to want to know that. If you have a ring on, it sometimes reseals that, and you can get sick. I mean, let's face it. Things can happen. So the safer, the better. Take the ring off. You should be able to literally lift that lid with the jar. There should be a phenomenal seal. And there you go. Grape jelly.